Yo, I'm Enz, and this is my video tutorial guide on how to get the Ring of Perseverance as low as level 4. And, you know, for the sake of new players, since the PC release is around the corner, I just will keep spoilers to a minimum. I'm going to skip all cutscenes and dialogue and things like that. You will see some things, so it can't be helped. Things will be seen. But it'll be a minimum, I could guarantee that at the very least. Anyways, the only requirement is to unlock Bitterblack Isle, and to do that you just need to obtain your first main pawn, not your first main pawn, but your player made pawn, and that's very early in the story. And I'm not talking about Rook either, I mean the pawn that you create. And once you get your pawn, just come back to Casardis at nighttime, and go to the docks and talk to the nice lady, and she will wisp you away to Bitterblack Isle, where our journey begins. So if you're doing this on a fresh file, I would suggest gearing up, and at the encampment where you made your first pawn, you could actually grab some liquid vim. And I would hang on to that for a special room. A specific room, I should say.
Time's up. Suppose those stones hold.
So this ledge here, you should drop down it and grab some fish. Fish are a great way to recover some stamina. There's a few of them. There's also some health items down here as well.
I fear I've not to say arisen.
But yeah, you know, before you come here, make sure you buy some curatives for like poison specifically. That'll be very useful. And if you really want to just find it on site, you can. Right before this group of enemies, there are some poison recovery items right here. They're plants here. Anyways, the first batch of enemies, just run past them. Don't bother with them. And make sure you command your pawns to follow you. Around this corner, poisonous snakes. But it's okay if you get bitten, because you should have those recovery items, right? But yeah, make sure you mash down on the D-pad or whatever it is on mouse and keyboard to command your pawns to follow you, because you don't want them to get hung up with those guys just to get killed. You need your pawns alive. They're a great distraction for a very difficult room. When you get here, death will always show up, no matter what. But you can still run when he's showing up like that, during that cutaway. So hopefully, you have enough money for this. Talk to this NPC here, and buy yourself a thing called a lift stone. Because without it, it'll be very difficult to get out of a certain room. I mean, I've done it before, but it's just so much easier with a lift stone. So it costs 6,000 gold, I believe. We'll see right now in a second how much it costs. Might be 6,500. Just buy a lift stone. Okay, it's 6k, yeah. So buy one, it'll be worth it. Trust me. And come down these stairs, and we're going to take the first door that we see. Directly in front of us. So, since I'm using a USB on my console here, the game hitches up anytime it saves. You'll notice it here, I think. Yeah, there you go. That's because I'm using a USB stick on the console. I cannot wait to play this on PC. So for these group of zombies, just stick to the right. In general, I find that the timing of their swings, they won't hit you if you stick to the right. If you go to the left, they will catch you. All the times I've done this, going to the right is safest. So just run right past them, keep mashing your follow command to your pawns, and run right past them. Like so. I prefer to kill these bats in case I decide to walk back, which I don't. But you could get some meat. And meat's useful for recovering stamina, and you might need those. So there might be some scary stuff here. You could kill them with the powder kegs, but just run past everything. Make a right here, make a left here, and then follow the door out. And it's just that easy. And so this is the scary room. Be sure to carefully collect all the meat here in case you need it. So, you know, go down the stairs and go where all the dead stuff is and pick up all that meat. And maybe save it here, because this is a good time that you may die several times. If you have that liquid vim, now's the time to pop it. It'll make things easier. That way you don't have to keep jamming on those meats that you've been collecting. But if you don't have it, it's not a big deal, because you should have ample supply of meat and stuff. So here it comes. Never stop moving. You can interrupt the cast of the skeleton. There's a point here where I try to use my bow. My dumbass didn't buy a bow. And I just kind of run forward being like, I can't use my bow! And I get burnt. So right here, I would have shot him with a bow. If you're melee, pure melee, you could throw a rock or a throw blast to try to get him, but it might be a little difficult. Anyways, this is where your pawns are useful because they're distractions. They get targeted. And that'll buy you the time you need to get up here. That's where I'm like, oh, I have no bow. I'm stupid. Alright, so this is where you run for your goddamn life. If you're unlucky, you know, you'll get hit. But, you know, interrupt when you can like that. And just keep on running. Don't stop. You just gotta get to the top of this area to get a key. That's why we're here. We're here to get a key. This gargoyle can one-shot you. Run for your goddamn life. Just, you know, be quick to interrupt. If you have daggers, it's a little bit easier. And there's that key, that shiny thing. There's the void key. And then I immediately punch out with a lift stone, because F this noise. You can't save when there are enemies around you. So it's better to punch out. Or you'd have to climb all the way down and escape that room if you didn't have that lift stone. That's why we bought that. And then from here we just we double back to that one room where we bought the lift stone from that guy. That room that we did is probably the hardest room in this whole thing. No, it is. It's the most dangerous room of all. After this, it's pretty much cakewalk. There are some slight dangers, but you know, once you get that room done, you have the hardest part done. It's just getting that void key. With this key, we're going to open another door to get yet another key, a moonbeam gem, specifically. And that'll unlock the door in which we get our ring. It's about a 10-minute process, 15-minute process. It's not too long. I mean, this whole thing, not the current step. Sorry. My voice is so messed up. So this is why we needed the void key to open up this door right here. We're just gonna run past everything again, as always. It's pretty straightforward here. There's not a lot of places to get lost here. So this looks scary, but don't worry. Just run right past them. You'll be alright. As long as you got your meat, you'll be alright. Make sure you tell your pawns to follow you, though, so they don't get killed. And here you just go up the stairs and enter the door to your left. Should be a crack in the wall on the left. There it is. And at the highest floor of this area should be the moonbeam gem. And there you have it. And if you had another lift stone, you could pop it and just go back that way. I thought about buying one here, but I don't, because I was like, I'll just walk back. It's not a big deal. Also, these are great. Throw blasts are great. They're very, very useful at low levels. Just in general, too. They're a great way to deal with enemies that are much stronger than you. Yeah, okay. So this is where I'm like, should I buy a lift stone? Oh, screw it. And then I go on. It's not a big deal. I feel like it's about the same time if I use a lift stone or not, so it's okay. So I would like to note something about getting this ring, is that on the console version, you can get the ring 2 times, doing this exact same thing, because you would start your file on normal, get the ring, and then you would switch to hard. And for whatever reason, when you switch the game to hard, it restarts the whole game, without resetting your character's level and whatever items you have. So it's kind of like refreshing the game, kind of, right? And then because of that, you could go back and get the ring again a second time on hard. Since I read on the forums that on the PC version you could change to hard mode at any time, it might be that it no longer resets the game. And if that's the case, that means that you can't do that anymore. So on the PC version, you might only be able to get 1 ring at a time through a playthrough. And if that's the case, that's not a big deal. But if you could still reset the game by setting it to hard, then you know, you could do this again to get the ring. Anyways, you go into this door here, and this door to the right one, and then you open this door with the moonbeam gem, and here you go. So all the work you did was for this ring right here. And it does give 50% discipline points, so you level up your vocation faster, and you can level up your skills faster. What's really nice about this is if you don't want to over level, but you want to get other jobs, other vocations, this is a great way to do it, because if you have 2 of these, you can you can level up those vocations quickly without becoming overpowered or whatever, right? Anyways, good job. Congrats on your ring. Have fun with the game.